总理，外交部的林燕同志来找您。
哦，让他进来。
总理，
哦，燕子啊，什么事啊？
您怎么又这么晚才吃饭啊？这是刚刚排出来的关于您跟苏联部长会议主席柯西金会晤的新闻清要，您看看这样发表行不行？
新华社北京11日讯，国务院总理周恩来今天在首都机场会见中河内，参加胡志明主席葬礼后回国途经北京的苏联部长会议主席柯西金，双方进行了同志版友好的谈话。燕子，同志版友好的这2句都是虚词，把它拿掉，换成坦率的，啊。
我觉得这样挺好的。
燕子，我们做外交工作，一定要实事求是。
知道了。另外，基副部长让我请示您，这个消息发表在《人民日报》哪个版面合适啊？
发表在《人民日报》第2版中间不显眼的位置。
明白了。周叔叔，以后这饭还是要按点吃，对身体好。
去吧，啊。
哎。
High-ranking Soviet and the Chinese held a meeting, and we're kept in the dark about it until some tabloid broke the story.
Well, perhaps this is some sort of reprisal for Moscow.
A reprisal?
With all due respect, Mr. President, we leaked their top secret to China also through a tabloid.
Well, then, do you think such a surprise meeting may fix their relation? They haven't been doing this for 4 years after all. And if so, our strategy of reaching out Beijing may fall through before it even gets off the ground.
No, I do not think so, sir. Their tempers, they are not cooling.
Why? Please explain.
I've studied the Chinese statement in detail. It was terse, written in a cold manner, almost impassive. And it was put in a very obscure part of the paper. This leads me to believe that they have not put their differences behind them just yet.
And who do you think initiated the meeting? The Chinese or the Soviets?
Well, considering that the meeting took place at the Beijing airport, they made sure that Kostygin was out of town. The Soviets, they broke the news first, which leads me to believe that it was Moscow that initiated this meeting.
They've been talking for 3 hours. What might be on their agenda?
Well, whether or not it was Beijing seeking some sort of a reconciliation with the Soviets, or the Soviets were drawing a line with Beijing, one thing is for certain. These Sino-Russian relations, they are reaching a tipping point.
So then we should respond more positively to Beijing.
Absolutely. We need to be more direct and active. No more of these megaphone exchanges.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Walter Soso, U.S. Ambassador to Poland. I'd like to have a word with you, please. Just a minute, gentlemen. Can I have a word with you?
Recently, I had meetings with President Nixon in Washington, D.C. He told me that he looks forward to having important, crucial meetings with the Chinese leaders. Please send word to your superiors.
恩来啊，我还是第一次听说外交官用这样的方式来传递情报。
由此可见，美国人想和我们接触的心情是如此的迫切呀，已经不择手段了。
前不久啊，罗马尼亚总统齐奥塞斯库和巴基斯坦总统叶海亚汗都从不同的渠道给我们传来了尼克松希望跟我们改善关系的口信，说美国希望能够派一位使者来北京。
所以我觉得，我们可以把中断了的中美大使级谈判尽快的恢复起来。
陈毅几位老帅有一个更大胆的提议。
什么提议呀？
他们觉得中美大使级会谈已经谈了100多次，并没有解决什么问题呀。中美之间要解决问题，必须举行外长，甚至是更高一级的会谈。这本身就是一个战略行动。
如果中美这两个敌视了20多年的国家首脑，真的能越过太平洋把手握在一起，对世界绝对是核当量级的震动。
父亲，美国那边发来了电报，美国国务卿罗杰斯准备访问台湾了。
他来台湾干什么？
大令啊，你怎么还在生罗杰斯的气啊？
他只不过是尼克松的一个传声筒，跟他生什么气？
尼克松？
原以为他尼克松上台之后，趁着现在苏联和中共交恶这么一个大好的良机，完全可以助我们去反攻大陆。没想到他们制定的竟然是向中共献媚卖友的政策，完全置我台湾的利益不顾。
不会吧？美国政府的信仰不是和我们一致吗？
信仰，在既得利益的政治家眼里啊，那就像一张可以随时更换的假面具。更别说在利益面前，那更是一文不值，不堪一击。
总理，这是刚刚得到的消息。柬埔寨的朗诺施里马达集团在美国的支持下策划了政变，用坦克包围了国民议会大厦，强制议员投票，废除了西哈努克亲王的国家元首制。
目前，西哈努克亲王不是正在莫斯科访问吗？
对，按照计划，他离开莫斯科后将访问中国。
那西哈努克亲王本人是什么意思？他是继续访问，还是马上回国呀？
金边机场已经被封锁了，朗诺利用军队逮捕了西哈努克20多名高级官员，西哈努克恐怕是回不去了。
你们要密切地注视西哈努克亲王的动向。如果他来华的时间确定下来，我们仍然要按国家元首的级别进行接待，到时候我去机场迎接。
好，知道了。
雷燕子，还有一件事，西哈努克亲王这一次来中国，可能要住上一段时间。你一定要负责把西哈努克亲王下榻的钓鱼台宾馆布置得 些，温馨一些。要想加一加，西哈努克亲王喜欢音乐，多准备一些唱片，最好配上一台钢琴。
明白了，按您说的办。
老季呀，你以外交部的名义通知康茂昭大使马上回国，陪同西哈努克亲王。
好的，总理。
慢点啊，放轻点。哎，好的。哎，这瓶子放这儿，轻拿轻放啊。
这幅画，咱挂哪儿？
挂那儿呗，挂正中间。
市长，莫里克公主照片放哪儿啊？
照片放她床头，还有记住啊，房间要布置的温馨一点，淡雅一些。
行。
哎，对了，再放2个熊猫的毛绒玩具。
好嘞。
龚姐，你帮我看看挂正了吗？
左边再高一点。
好。龚姐，龚姐，快来人啊！龚姐，龚姐怎么了？赶紧叫医生啊！
啥这是？
赶紧叫医生！龚姐。
我这是在哪儿啊？
姑婆，你醒了？哎呀，你都快吓死我了！你昏迷了整整1天。
昏迷？我想起来了，我在钓鱼台给西哈努克亲王布置房间。
哎，你要干嘛？啊？
还有工作没做完，怎么能在这儿躺着？
不，姑婆，你听我说，你听我说，你的工作已经做完了，医生现在让你卧床静养。啊，
妈，你喝点鸡汤吧，这是我刚熬好的。
多儿，你不是在内蒙当兵吗？怎么回来了？
我到北京出差，顺便回家看看，正好赶上你生病。
出差？你跟我说实话，是不是我病得太重了，组织上把你叫回来了？
不是，真的不是。妈，你看你想哪儿去了？
既然是这样，那你就早点回去。刚当兵就回家，影响不好。
妈，我听你的，我下午就回去。
你跟女儿先聊着，我这稿子还没完呢，我得加个班去。
行，你去忙吧。不喝了。
妈，你好久没听我弹琴了吧？我给你弹首曲子。
好。
请。
เอาមាតុភូមិជាទីស្នេហារបស់ខ្ញុំ
亲王殿下，请。
អាយដាមនេះជាលើកទី3ហើយដែលខ្ញុំមកប្រទេសចិនមិននឹកស្មានថាខ្ញុំ
亲王殿下，你仍然是柬埔寨国家元首，而且是柬埔寨国家唯一的元首，我们不承认任何别人。
សូមអរគុណ
不用谢，坐。亲王殿下，我想问殿下一个问题：你准备战斗下去吗？
ខ្ញុំប្រកាសជាប្រយុទ្ធខ្ញុំនឹងប្រយុទ្ធដល់ទីបញ្ចប់
好，只要是殿下的腰杆子硬起来，我们会全力的支持你。 我已经报道了殿下与柬埔寨国家元首抵达北京的消息，而且发表了去机场迎接殿下的外国使节的名单。
សូមអរគុណលោកចៅលោកជានាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនៃប្រទេសដ៏ធំមួយរៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃមានកិច្ចការយ៉ាងច្រើនតែធ្វើហើយនៅកិត្តគូដល់ឬខ្ញុំយ៉ាងម៉ត់ចត់ទៀត
这是应该的，因为我们是朋友。贵国一切恢复正常，可能还需要一点时间。如果亲王殿下愿意，可以把中国作为你的第二个家。
អរគុណអាយអាដាមយុរដ្ឋមន្ត្រី
我是周恩来。
总理，
燕子，什么事啊？
龚大姐突然脑溢血，报了病危。
什么？她现在在哪里？
在她家。
我马上去看她。
总理，您刚回来还没吃饭，要不咱们……总理。
冠华，
啊，总理，你怎么来了？
冠华，龚鹏同志的病情怎么样？
他发病以来，就这么一直昏睡着。
医生，龚鹏同志得的是什么病？
中耳膜下腔出血，低血压和脑组织两个。
应该怎么治疗？
做手术还没有见效。
为什么马上手术还等什么？
是教父着的，他不同意。
马上去医院安排手术。
好的，总理，马上去准备。
冠华，
总理，
你是共产党员，坚强些，听医生的啊。
谢谢总理。
亲王殿下，你能把3位王子送到中国来学习，这是对我们的信任。我们一定会做好3位王子的贴补的。
អរគុណមកពីខ្ញុំឆ្លាញ់ប្រទេសចិនទើបខ្ញុំបញ្ជូនបុត្រា3ព្រះអង្គមកប្រទេសចិន
餐厅好吃，对你
亲王殿下。
អូអាដាមសូមជម្រាបសួរចេញ
这几天在北京生活的还习惯吗？
ការរស់នៅគឺប្រសើរពួកគេបានរៀបចំឲ្យខ្ញុំយ៉ាងហ្មត់ចត់សូម្បីតែរសជាតិអាហាររាល់ពេលធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាដូចរស់នៅក្នុងស្រុកកំណើតអញ្ចឹង
殿下发表的搞高棉同胞说在全世界引起了强烈的反响啊！越来越多的国家承认殿下领导的柬埔寨民主统一阵线。
នេះក៏ដោយសារការជួយដ៏ស្មោះពីមិត្តចិនដែរទើបឲ្យខ្ញុំមានក្លេបក្លាហានជំនះតទៅមុខទៀត
毛主席对殿下的勇气十分的赞赏，希望在殿下方便的时候与您见面。
លោកប្រធានមកចង់ជួបខ្ញុំរងចាំគាត់ជានិច្ចខ្ញុំពិតជារំភើបខ្លាំងណាស់
主席，西哈努克殿下来了。
លោកប្រធានសូមជម្រាបសួរលោកប្រធាន
主席好亲王殿下我们这是第几次见面了
លើកទី3ឆ្នាំ1956 1958ខ្ញុំមកទស្សនកិច្ចពីលើលោកប្រធានឆ្លៀតពេលមកជួបខ្ញុំជានិច្ច
来请坐吧
បាទអរគុណ
中柬两国人民的友谊有1000多年的历史了。
បាទកម្ពុជាជាប្រទេសតូចមួយអាចទទួលបានការគាំទ្រនិងជំនួយពីប្រទេសធំៗដូចជាប្រទេសចិនជាពិសេសនៅពេលខ្ញុំជួបប្រទះការលំបាកពីប្រទេសជាតិនិងប្រទេសចិននៅតែគាំទ្រខ្ញុំជានិច្ចខ្ញុំពិតជារំភើបណាស់
在这个世界上，不论大国还是小国，都是平等的。朗诺和施里马达等人的背叛行为，一定会受到历史和人民的谴责。
នៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំបានទទួលព័ត៌មានពីការធ្វើរដ្ឋប្រហារខ្ញុំពិតជាលំបាកចិត្តខ្លាំងណាស់មានអារម្មណ៍ថាអនាគតមិនដឹងនៅឯណានៅពេលមានប្រទេសចិនគាំទ្រខ្ញុំយើងប្រកាសជានឹងយកឈ្នះសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិក
没有中国你也行啊！当年华盛顿反对英国，他只有300多万人口。列宁在10月革命的时候，也只有8万党员。结果他们都取得了胜利，因为真理在他们手里。无数事实证明，小国可以打败大国，弱国能够打败强国。
លោកប្រធាននិយាយពិតជាត្រឹមត្រូវណាស់ប៉ុន្តែអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំព្រួយបារម្ភនោះគឺឥឡូវនេះខ្ញុំជាមួយនឹងមិត្តភ័ក្តិនិងមនុស្សអនដំណើររបស់ខ្ញុំនៅប្រទេសចិនយើងមិនដឹងថាពេលណាយើងអាចត្រឡប់ទៅផ្ទះវិញទេវានឹងដាក់បន្ទុកជាច្រើនដល់ប្រទេសចិន
亲王殿下这样说就见外了。我请求你能够让我们多负担一点，只要是亲王殿下的朋友。 到你身边的人来的越多，我们越高兴啊！不管是来1000人、2000人，还是更多，我们都会为他们提供一切的方便。
អរគុណសូមអរគុណលោកប្រធាន
谢谢主席不用谢我们既是朋友又是邻居我相信在亲王殿下的领导下柬埔寨人民一定会战胜一切卖国贼侵略者和殖民主义者取得最终的胜利啊
អ
为了有效地支援柬埔寨人民，1970年5月20日，毛泽东发表了“全世界人民团结起来，打败美国侵略者及其一切走狗”的声明，并在天安门广场召开了100万人参加的盛大集会。
I'm sending the entire 7th Fleet with Chicago around Vietnam to the Taiwan Strait. I'm gonna get the better of this war like Mao. Let it be known that we are not bluffing or intimidating.
Mr. President, please, why all this fury?
Why all this fury? Have you read? Mao calls us bad names.
Sir, they should come as no surprise. They've been calling us bad names for the past 20+ years since they founded their communist regime.
But,
sir, please, with all due respect, when you viewed China as your top enemy, you did not find these accusations so jangling. You only feel wronged now because we are trying to normalize our diplomatic ties with them.
So according to your judgment, all our efforts so far go all down the drain?
I have analyzed Mao's statement word for word, and yes, vehement as it is, it still does not pose any substantive threat to our security.
But I still don't quite understand why Mao affects such an about-face. Under the massive Soviet military pressure, it's not wiser to mend our fence or to challenge us on Cambodia's behalf. Can't Mao just see that?
Please, Mr. President, try to relax. Please. I believe that instead of sending the 7th Fleet to the Straits in a blind fury, would it not be more prudent for us to maintain a cool head and consider withdrawing our troops from Cambodia?
主席，刚刚得到的消息，尼克松下令撤走全部亲歼美军。
看来这个人的脑子还算是清醒啊！
就在前2天呐，在美国访问的巴基斯坦总统叶海亚汗也捎话过来说，尼克松说呀，中美关系十分重要，他们绝不会和苏联合谋来反对中国，并说，在适当的时候，美国愿意派一名高层人物来中国秘密访问。
好啊，不管他派什么人来，我们都欢迎啊。
尼克松在接见美国《时代周刊》的记者时，说了一番很煽情的。
哦，说什么呀？
他说，在他去世之前，还有什么重要的事没做，那就是到中国去。如果他不能去，他希望孩子。
看来尼克松这个人还是蛮有诚意的。既然人家传递了那么多信息过来，我们总不能装聋作哑，毫无反应啊。
主席啊，那个美国记者斯怒，你还记着吗？
当然记得，30多年的老朋友了。想当年我们在陕北的破窑洞里，促膝交谈，通宵达旦，可谓是莫逆之交啊！后来啊，因为他宣传红色中国，遭受到美国麦卡锡主义者的迫害，背井离乡。后来听说，他定居在瑞士了。
斯诺的身份和影响力，可是我们中美信息传递的最佳人选呐。
好啊，那向他发出邀请，真诚的欢迎他到北京来。 我也可以见一见老朋友，叙叙旧，略尽地主之谊呀！哈哈哈哈。
Does Mr. Snow live here?
No.
And have you seen this person?
He is an American.
Yes, a journalist.
He moved out a year ago.
Do you know where did he go?
Geneva, maybe. Try to find him there.
Thank you. Excuse me? Is Mr. Snow at home?
He and his wife went yesterday. They're traveling to Italy.
Do you know which city are they visiting in Italy?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Hold on. I have a hunch. Something important is gonna happen today.
Darling, you're so naive despite the old age. Do you still think you closely follow journalists of the old days? The world has already forgotten about you.
It's been a beautiful trip. The food, the drinks, everything is beautiful. Tired, yes. You have to take a rest.
Excuse me, Mr. Snow. May I have a moment?
Do I know you?
I am from China. An old friend is bathing you and Mrs. Snow in Beijing.
Beijing? In Beijing? I told you, remember?
He was right.
Really? Oh, nice to meet you.
Let's meet you.
Oh, that's very good.
欢迎你们的老朋友斯诺先生。找到你可是真不容易呀。
Mr. Zhou, it's been 8 years since we last met.
自从我们上次见面已经
But you still look as great as ever.
看起来还是那么精神。Please have a seat.
老了，我今年已经72岁了。想当初我们第一次见面的时候，
You know, I
都
was
只有
in my
30
30s
岁。
when we first met.
Yes. You know, Mr. Zhou, I have been longing to come back to China since 1964. But I had surgery back then. It was bad luck.
但我在这期间做了个手术。
您得的是什么病啊？
What was wrong?
It was dilation of the gallbladder caused by gallstones. That was unusually big.
哦，那您是大胆呐。
Big gut.
夫人，你应该好好的监护他，让他好好的保护身体。他可是我们这个世界上的宝贝啊。
Oh, yes, of course.
Mr. Zhou, you know these days, the whole world is very interested
整
in
个世
China.
界现在都对中国感兴趣。
你指的是哪方面？
In what way?
In which direction is China going? towards United States or the Soviet Union if it's seeking ease of tension.
我也在问自己这个问题。
I've been asking myself the same question.
Well, Mr. Chu, do you think I can have the honor of meeting Chairman Mao again?
你这次来啊，就是毛主席邀请你来的。
Actually, it was Chairman
你永远是中国人民真正的朋友。
You will always be a sincere friend of the Chinese people.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like it? No, thank you. I don't smoke.
Chairman, I cannot believe it. We meet again.
主席，
And
我真不
we
敢
are
相信，我们又
celebrating
见面了。
the National Day holiday together at
而
the
且我们上
Tiananmen
了天安门城楼
Gate
参加
Tower.
中华人
This
民
is
共和国
indeed
国庆庆典，
a big
这绝
privilege
对是独一无二的
and an
事，
opportunity for an
尤其
American.
对一个美国人来说。
你这个人本身就是新闻呐。
You are the news.
这下你又有了独家
And
新闻
now
喽
you。have another piece of exclusive news.
Yes. Chairman, I'm going to write my article very soon.
快写一篇
And I will tell my feelings about visiting China for the 4th time.
我会写出我第4次
I just wonder if the American newspapers will publish it.
只是我不知道美国报纸会不会让我发表。
啊，即使美国的报纸不发表，
Even if
美国
it's
总
not
统也会
published
看到
in
的
an。American newspaper, it will be read
地
by
球就
U.S.
是这么大
president.
嘛。
It's a small world
Yes, indeed.
anyway.
I remember one time you said you want to swim the
我记
Mississippi
得您
River,
曾经说
Chairman.
过，您想到密西西比河去游泳。
密西西比河只
The
是我的一个
Mississippi
目标
River
啊
is just one of my goals.
我还希望到塞纳河、
I also
莱茵
wish
河
I could、swim
多
in
瑙
the
河
Seine,
到
the
红
Rhine,
河去
the
游泳，
Danube, and the Red
把世
River.
界的河流
I
都
wish
给
I
游
could swim
遍。
in all the rivers of the world.
哎，可惜呀，那只是我的一个想
It's
法
a。pity that it's just an idea of mine.
我今生最大的遗憾
The
就是只
greatest
去过
regret
一
of
个
my
国家，
life is that I've been to 2
不
few
像你
countries,
呀，满世界的跑啊。
floating around the world.
As the famous Chinese saying
但
goes,
是按照一句中国的
you
老话，
strategize and you devise from a command 10.
您是
But
运
you
筹
gain
帷幄，
decisive victories thousands of miles away.
决胜于千里外。
你什么时候也学会拍马屁？
When did you learn how to curry favor?
主席，
啊，
主席啊，我有个事儿想不太明白。
啊，什么事啊？哎，来，坐下说。
以往在天安门，您身边站的都是党跟国家领导人，但是今天为什么安排斯诺和他夫人站在您身边啊？
小吴啊，你的观察力很敏锐呀，啊？
不过斯诺也就是一个美国记者，为什么要给他这么高的礼遇啊？
醉翁之意不在酒啊，我这是放一个试探气球，哎，触动一下美国人的神经。
主席，
总理，
新华社已经把上午活动的照片洗出来了。
哦，
您看看，选择哪一张？
我看就这张吧，发在《人民日报》 头版的显著位置。
毛泽东、周恩来精心策划的这个试探气球，却被粗心的尼克松和基辛格忽略了。
纷乱的世界上，我信步走过，变幻的风云里，你越发巍峨。唯有那么一天，环球同此凉热，云水间响彻我们